Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we have a special episode and we will discuss about evolution of Bitcoin's price before each halving. I believe that many of you will find this interesting because we have less than 80 days before the fourth halving. Today we are 4 February 2024. Before starting, an important notice: I'm not a financial advisor, so before invest your money you should do a proper research. That is very important. All that I do here is just for fun and entertainment. If you guys like the content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and you can leave a comment in the comment section down below. Okay, so let's get started. Here on the chart, I marked the first three halving events that took place on Bitcoin. Remember, halving is a process in which the reward given to miners or validators it's reduced by half after a certain number of blocks are processed. The meaning of halving is that after the creation of every 210,000 blocks on a Bitcoin blockchain, which works out to approximately every 4 years, the reward is reduced by half, and this have an impact on Bitcoin's price, as we can see further. So halving one, as we see here from the chart, was on 28 November 2012, and I marked with this yellow bar. Halving 2 was in 9 July 2016, and halving 3 was in 11 May 2020. Let's see on halving 1 what influence had this on Bitcoin's price before the halving. Probably we will have another episode and we will discuss also what happened after each halving, and we will take some measurements. So before halving one, we had here an all-time high at about $32, and we had after that a correction at minus 93%. We see some volatility from this bottom at 1.98 US dollars till this maximum at about 14.43 US dollars. This increase was pretty impressive, 664%. We also had another peak before that increase in price, but it is still impressive, 260%. So before halving one, we have some movement in price. Let's put this chart on daily. Okay, this chart, I forgot to tell you, it is on trading view, and we have here Bitcoin paired with US dollars, and I set it right now at 1 day. Okay, let's go back to our halving one. So before the halving one, we have some important movement in price, as you can see here, from $15.12 to at about $7.50. So we have a drop of about 50% in price, and this bottom was reached before halving at about 100 days. Another correction, another bottom was 33 days before halving one. It was at about 25%. As I said, we will discuss what happened after each halving in another episode. Today we will focus on what happened in the range of every halving. After that, we had another all-time high at about 1,200 and something US dollars, and the correction after that was at minus 86%. The increase in price after that was at about 200%. We had a bottom that was reached before halving 2 at 321 days. We have here an important increase in price at about 207 And here are some other important movement in price. 42 days before halving 2, the price started to increase. So this increase was at about 85%, and after that we had some flash crashes 11 days before halving at 30%, and immediately after the halving 2 we had another 30% decrease in price about 29 days after halving 2. Let's go to the halving 3. This one was more recently, was in as I said, in 11 May 2020. So from the all-time high to the bottom it was a decrease at minus 84%. After that we have an increase impressive at 340%, followed by another decrease at minus 63%. We had another decrease in price. The price climbed, and was after that followed a flash crash at about 63%. That happened, the bottom was reached before halving with 59 days. Here at the halving I measured another decrease in price at about 20%. So as we see here, we have high volatility. This was, I repeat, halving 3, 11 May 2020. After that the price was quite stable. We had some important increases right before the major movement in price, and here is the data from the last all-time high from November 2021. That was about 69k. We have a decrease in price at minus 77%. So if we put this on weekly and compare all the decrease in price from the all-time highs that took before those halvings, we have the first decrease in price was about minus 93%, the second was minus 86%, we have another one at minus 84%, and the last one was minus 77%. So we see here a slight decrease in price volatility, a very slight one. Okay, let's go back to the daily chart and put this on automatic. Okay, so for now situation is like this. After this bottom at about 15.8k, we have some major price movements. First was an increase of 61%, another one 58%, 27%, and the last one 96%. This is the fourth halving at the end of April 2024, and if we look behind, before each halving, we have here, as I said, we have a flash crash at about minus 63%. Before halving though, we have another price movements down, but those are not so hard as before halving 3. This one was about minus 30% before, and after having another minus 30%. If we took into consideration the last halving, and we will decrease in price at about 63%, let's measure where the Bitcoin price will go. So starting from this top, that was at about 48.949k. Okay, let's measure it from this, minus 63%, about minus 63%. That means price will be around 18k. Let's put some indicators. Let's go back to weekly, and I prepared the SMA 350 sample moving average. Let's make it visible, and the SMA 400. Why 350 and 400? Because I discussed it in a previous video that we touched in November 2022 for the first time the SMA 350. Before that we have a major support 200 SMA, but more recently we broke it. Okay, so minus 63%. If we took into consideration the last drop in price, it will took us, as I said, at about 18k. 400 SMA today, it is at 18.1k. So that will be the bottom if we have a major flash crash that we had before. But the 400 SMA we never reach it. If we touch again 350 SMA like we did before, the price will go around 20.6k. So that will be a decrease in price at about minus 57, minus 58%, about that. So it will be absolutely huge, and but not unexpected, because we previously had this. Okay, this is the situation that will happen in a downtrend. What will be if the price will move upwards? Probably will be a surprise for some investors, but we have some major resistance at about 49.50k. I believe that it's also psychological resistance, and if we exceed this resistance, probably the next levels will be 64k that we had in April 2021, and after that the 69k that we had in November 2021. These are the possibilities, these are the scenarios: the price moving up and exceed those barriers that I discussed, and also the price moving down and reach 350 SMA. That is at about 20k. And another scenario for Bitcoin to go and break the 350 is to reach 400 SMA. That will be for the first time, and go to a price at about 18k. A third scenario will be that we'll have a price movement sideways, so not major increase or decrease in price, and Bitcoin will move sideways after this halving that we'll have in at the end of April 2024. Okay, that is all for today. What do you think that will happen? The news in the market are mixed. Some say that Bitcoin will exceed the all-time high, so those news are extremely bullish, but other news say that we will experience the flash crashes that we had before, but we will see what will happen. Okay, thank you guys for joining me to my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Take care.